Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, because we finally have an announcement as to where Worlds will be this year. The 2023 World Championship will be in none other than Barcelona. Barcelona, Spain is where it is going to be hosted at a beautiful venue. I think I have some pictures. It's not going to be the best viewing. Look at this venue. Look at that. Tell me you don't want to go here. This is gonna be nice. This is gonna be really nice. I have it on good authority that this year it is going to be way crazy. There's going to be some very exciting things. It's going to look and feel very festive. And, it's going to be in Barcelona, so there's going to be some stuff to do alongside of it. Now, let's talk through the events that they are offering, because some of them, I think, might catch you off guard if you haven't seen this. Oh, by the way, shout out to, Brody Spurlong and Michael Hamilton making the article, along with Pablo Pintor, Matthew Folks, and Michael Fangs. That's kind of fun. I like that. Michael Fang there at the Pro Tour winner, most recent, big champion, possibly continue on his hot streak. But if you go down here and you click on the World Championship Barcelona, it'll give you all the information. First of all, the timing of this, it's from November 16th to 19th. That perhaps provides some trickiness for some people in the US, but perhaps not. So this is the Thanksgiving weekend for anyone in US. This is literally Thanksgiving weekend leading up to Thanksgiving weekend, I should say. So it's not after Thanksgiving, it's before Thanksgiving. So depending on what you do or how long you plan on staying, this could be very well timed for you, or it could be a little bit tough because you have to make it back and go to holidays. I will say this: I did not expect the timing to work out very well for me personally for the whenever they scheduled this event. If it was early November, I was like, it's probably not going to work very easily for me. This actually works beautifully for my schedule. And I know some people are most likely feeling very frustrated about, the timing of this being kind of held back. And I don't know. There's always probably something going on in the background that keeps timing and announcements like this from coming out earlier. But nevertheless, this is in the middle to the back half of November, so it's not right up front like it was last year. So if you were thinking that, the time is ticking to that first week of November when it's likely going to happen, turns out it's going to be right there in the smack dab middle of November. And for me, I'm really excited because this is actually an event and a time frame that I could probably travel with. Plus, it's right around my wife's and I 10-year anniversary. Maybe we should go to that. I should take my wife, drag her along, and teach her how to play Flesh and Blood. Nevertheless, let's talk through the events that are going to occur at this. Like I said, a couple of them might catch you off guard. So the entire thing takes place across Thursday through Sunday there in Barcelona. It's going to be a overall Thursday event schedule of literally just registration and reception. And this is very similar to receptions that you perhaps have gone to. I would imagine similar to receptions that you've gone to at prior large-scale events, including the one that was at Worlds last year, and then the discussion panel that they've done at a variety of large-scale events, Pro Tours, World Championships last year, and that sort of thing. Now, on Friday, this is where we get into the actual breakdown of these major events. So the World Championship is going to be Classic Constructed and Booster Draft. And notice, they don't mention what set, because the set you're going to draft is the one that's going to release before the World Championship event. Likely. Now, it's not 100% true. What they could do is they could surprise everyone and say, hey, I know you've been drafting this set prior, but maybe a month before, we are going to make this, a draft of WTR or something like that. Whatever, they could do something that ties into the set that you've been playing prior to that. So this is going to be really interesting, but it's only Booster Draft and Classic Constructed. Last year, they also included Blitz, and that is not part of the event anymore. So if you did not like the inclusion of Blitz last year, it is not part of it anymore, because on day one, on Friday, rounds 1 through 7 are going to be Classic Constructed and Booster Draft. And then on Saturday, 8 through 14 are going to be the opposite, Booster Draft and then Classic Constructed. So now, when you're looking at the format that you saw last year, where it was I think it was Sealed in there? I can't remember if they even tucked in Sealed. It was like a limited format, and then it was, I I think, another limited format. Maybe they did sealed and draft, or they did sealed and classic constructed, then they did blitz and classic constructed, something like that. But classic constructed was actually pushed down on the totem pole. Now classic constructed is raised probably where it belongs, way up on the at the beginning of the day and then at the end of the day as well, which I very much prefer. I very much like. I think it should be a classic constructed heavy tournament for the World Championship. If that's the premier format, that's what should be featured. And then, of course, the World Championship top 8, of course, is classic constructed. But then you look also at what's going on Saturday. The calling that always runs alongside of the major events is actually going to be sealed. They are going to do sealed sealed calling day 1, and then day 2 plus the top 8 is draft. So a completely limited calling, which is what people have been asking for like 6 months. They finally just pulled the trigger and said, you know what, we're going to do a calling. It's going to be all limited play. So if you're a really good limited player, if that's your format of choice, sealed deck day 1, day 2, it's all draft. And then you follow that up with on Sunday, the battle hardened, all classic constructed. So what have they done? They've removed blitz almost entirely from the major portion of the event structure. It is not part of it. Now, that is not to say blitz doesn't exist at this tournament. I am sure there will be blitz side events and things that fire along with that. Possibly even the super armory. We'll scroll down and see if they list that. And then I'm sure there's going to be blitz tucked in here, like your daily double type things that you have at normal tournaments. But it's not part of the premier play tournaments of this format, which is really interesting. So again, here's the information for the World Championship. It's going to run from the 17th to the 19th, those 3 days. It will literally be classic constructed and booster draft only, which is very cool. This is invite only, so you have to earn an invite. Very important. It's going to start at 9 a.m. Obviously, I mean, like, all of this is very ancillary information for you. Now, things down here are going to be interesting because I know there's a ton of people that really get up in arms about how you earn like XP and ELO compared to your like being invited. So ratings-based invitations will be issued on the standings as of Tuesday, September 19th, following the end of National Championship season. World Championship invitations will be offered to players ranked in the top 50 on the global leaderboards for these things, which is quite interesting. Even limited ELO gets in, which I think is cool because limited ELO is great if you are doing a format that's heavy in draft. So you earn your spot with all of these. I think that's interesting. Now, hey, if you're one of those super competitive players that really tracks your ELO and your XP, let me know in a comment below how you feel about this announcement, but that's like literally everything. Ratings-based invites do not pass down and are valid only for World Championship Barcelona, so you got to use it or lose it. Then you also have PTIs that you can redeem, of course, to get yourself in. You could gift a PTI as well, which does appear to function for this event. Looking at the prize structure, if you win the World Championship, you get $100,000 just like last year, and you get a gold foil legendary black envelope, the PTI, and then of course whatever hero you win on, you get their prize card with the stamp, with the World Champion stamp, which is very cool. Second place is $25K. It's still really good. Third and fourth place, $16,500. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, this is very good. Fifth through eighth, it's $7,500, and you get a gold foil legendary along with a PTI as well. And then you pay out all the way down to 33rd to 64th. If you're 64th at this event, you earn $1,500, which you may look at that and it's like, okay, that covers probably like plane tickets and maybe getting and like maybe where you stay. That covers your event, and then you're in Barcelona, Spain, playing Flesh and Blood with people that you know and hopefully enjoy being around. That is very cool. That is very, very cool. And then if you don't do well in the World Championship, you can just hop into the Calling Barcelona, because the Calling Barcelona spaces will first be reserved for players who do not make Day 2 cut for World Championship, which is very cool. So if you don't make the cut, you actually have a reserved spot. That has been a point of contention previously at other events, and now it's not, because they did exactly that. Good on LSS for doing that. Player cap is 1,200. Oh man, it would be so cool if that hit 1,200. I think that would be, if this hit 1,200 somehow, that would be the largest calling that has ever been run. But interestingly enough, this, like I mentioned, is literally sealed and booster draft. So it's literally sealed and draft. It could be any set that has been printed, but probably going to be the set that comes out after Dusk Till Dawn comes out this weekend. 7,500 for the first place, but then you get the extended art gold foil Crown of Providence, and that is a pretty penny right there. And then you're also looking at some good payouts, and it pays out all the way down to 48th place. You get a couple $100 as well. Oh, by the way, this event is being run by Tournament Center. So if you don't know Tournament Center is a huge company, like a kind of organized play partner. They run a lot of events. Here's their website. You can actually go to their website and take a look at everything related to the Worlds 2023, which is very cool. So you just click any of those links or that main link on the very first page that I showed you. And finally, Battle Hardened, not Blitz. It's Classic Constructed. And Classic Constructed could be this number of rounds, 10 rounds, depending on how many players play in it. But it is going to pay out decently as well. They're going to fire all these events. And then, of course, there will be more events that they run on the side. There are going to be huge side events, I'm sure. But this is some big news that people have sorely been waiting for. So if you are going to the World Championship Barcelona, let me know in a comment below. Also do this. Tell me, should I try to figure out if I could go to Barcelona for this event? And should I bring my wife? That's the other one. Should we both come? I think it would be fantastic. It would be a true honor. I was able to go to the very first one last year, and it was a special time to hang out with friends and play some games with people. I met a lot of you out there, and that was a blast. And we did a really cool vlog. If you didn't watch any of that, we vlogged like little videos while I was there, and people really enjoyed that. It was nice to be able to provide like some ability for you if you're at home to kind of feel the atmosphere and see some of the things going on. If you weren't able to make the trip. So if that's something that you would like to see, press a button, because literally we just need 3 people to make a number go to like that one, make that number go up, and that would be amazing. And maybe with all of your support, we might get enough hype and funds to get over to the World Championship Barcelona. If you enjoyed this video, if you got something out of it, feel free to press the like button and leave a comment. As always, thanks for watching.